And we go boop and boop, and then people can hear us now.
Woohoo! Hi,
Hooray!
everybody.
Greetings. Greetings and salutations. We have a new table.
Yes.
Hopefully it's better on everyone's eyes. We're going to be picking up where we left off. Over, not on Wifra, but Ellender. With a recently revivified striker.
Don't remind me.
Right.
The Hodgepodges have currently have
You know.
she would have probably spread out and started kind of like repairing buildings and such. This one would have just gone away. It is not good for repairing things. It's good for destroying things.
Yeah.
Striker and Rinn, make a perception check.
Cool.
Oh, good.
That's not his die. Hold on. Where's his die?
I'm out of luck.
Oh.
Yeah. Not just fun.
A perception? Well, that's a 21.
11.
It's the minimum he can get.
I'm
Okay.
at an 11.
Well, the 11's high enough. The DC was a 10.
Okay, that's nice for
You
once.
hear the clinking of metal.
Oh no.
I turned back towards the door.
As you see, Storm, creature token now that there's things are bigger, and she's just kind of heavily breathing. She's there's blood on her gauntlet and her armor and stuff like that. You can tell, but more like not hers. More like someone who would tend to injuries and stuff like that.
Fair.
So she comes right up. You see behind her Artemis and other shifters, and Artemis gives you a nod, but then immediately goes with the other shifters to try to help fix everything.
Yeah.
That is his primary concern.
He just slaves.
Hey!
Well, they'll
Nephews!
give you a hug, but then
Yeah.
they're
They're
help as
off.
well. Yeah.
What? Responsibility?
They're older now.
Yeah.
You can see they're Artemis. You would probably notice. Maybe not Rinn so much, but Striker would have noticed these three were definitely injured to some extent, like more light bruising.
Mm.
You get the sense they probably were one of the last lines before they all pulled in.
You guys had fun.
Fun. Interesting term, I suppose.
More than I had.
Yeah, Rinn has not let go of Striker's hand, by the by.
Everything okay?
Now,
Use the
Well, I'm
fires.
breathing now. Does that count?
did you
What
really don't? Why do you have to do
Fucking
this?
has.
Do you have to?
What?
It's fine. Everything's under control.
This is why I have her with me at all times. He just pats her in.
Striker was coming this way while me and the others were dealing with the main entrance to come find you guys to make sure the kids were okay, make sure the family was okay. And apparently something was waiting. So apparently it was a lot stronger than expected, and
It was more like I fell unconscious and don't remember anything after that.
So you split off from everyone. I went alone. during a crisis situation.
He is done dumber.
Yes, he takes us
To be fair, that decision was also on me. He convinced me that it was a decent idea at the time.
Well, we also didn't expect anything to be at the other entrances.
No? Well, this thing doesn't exactly do subtle either. It likes surprises.
How is Striker looking health-wise, by the way?
I don't want to answer that. He's almost at full health. He's like 3 points off.
Look, deception is your friend here.
He's at 90 out of 93.
Yeah, there you go.
So, she's going to dart forward.
Oh, good. This is why I didn't want to answer that.
But I imagine you see it coming. She does not land a punch. You kind of dart out of the way.
Teleports behind Rinn. Fuck that!
Fuck that shit, I'm out.
Storm, where are the kids?
Still on the base. We want to make sure it was safe before they came out.
Of course. Thank you. I'm so sorry, this is all my fault.
It's not just on you. We all kind of fucked up in our own way.
Yeah.
You feel a pop on the top of the head, but not a hard one. It's kind of a...
Yep, should have seen that coming.
I can have the kids brought up and how it's safe.
Yeah.
Could you? We'll help start doing some cleanup stuff, and I think we need to regroup.
She nods. Turns to the nearest house project. She goes, "You, the kids, they can be brought up." And it nods. And continues going back to what it was doing.
Of course, because hodgepodges.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. They can go somewhere else and waste a lunch.
Do the ding.
Yeah, Rinn has an obvious side-eye to the hodgepodge unit, but she's not saying anything.
Hand on head.
Head pats.
She
Yeah, she
should
knows they're
be.
actually tearing up some of the trees that have been burned and actually kind of like replanting, essentially.
That's one way to do it.
Like a lot of trees are just destroyed
By
from that
chance,
inferno.
is the main entrance door there still open?
Yeah, the main entrance is open because what happened was there's a kind of a central like hut, kind of like almost like a think like a stonework, not temple,
Right.
but like a would be used like a city hall kind of thing.
Okay.
That's what they converted into the main entrance, and what had happened was these metal slats came up and basically boxed it off,
Gotcha.
and what that is now retracted, basically.
Erebor's going to go inside as far as just to look around to see if anything had made it through prior to it being sealed off.
You see, there is one because the Voidland bodies they don't just vanish unless they self-destructed. Well, they do
Right.
vanish over time, but it's like takes hours.
Right.
You do see there is one laying on the ground, but its one arm is pierced through a hodgepodge. But the hodgepodge's head just kind of hands crushed its head at the same time.
Oh.
That seems to be the only one. Other than that, you see there are other hodgepodges that were like in a defensive line are now moving free.
No structural damage or anything as far as...
No.
Okay.
It seems like that was getting. I'm not even make a check. That seems like that's the only one that made it through.
Okay, that's fine. I said that's all he would have came in to check to make sure nothing was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, most
Dude,
Xander's
come
probably get a
down.
report from the hodgepodges, but he's not
Yeah.
really gonna do much other than that.
Yeah.
Something to take back.
As for general report, the main village was attacked after a nation of flame around.
Mm.
The flame seems to was what was started the thing before they funneled in through the. They didn't seem to. No one seemed to really get hurt other than minor injuries. Because the attack didn't seem to come too quickly.
Mm.
There was enough warning for them to move.
It is fair. We also got warning well beforehand.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because they got the same warning the 2 days ahead, so the only ones that were up were the capable fighters. But even then, that's probably one thing that stands out still is even the capable fighters only got like minor injuries because they could retreat easily enough before things happened.
Mm-hmm.
And looking around, other than minor damage to the buildings and the houses, there's very little destruction.
Wait.
The only thing that really got damaged were hodgepodges. And that's because they were fighting. Eventually, the kids are brought up.
Tiny
Yep.
children.
Immediately going to hug the babies. Oh,
Yep. Oh, the babies.
The burb seems very heavy on first
noticed
pickup
that.
after a bit. After a bit, the burb is just like, no. Down.
Yeah, that fixes it. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you kind of talking as far as she mentions that the only, cause she'll kind of address the blood that's on her. She was
Mhm.
the only injuries she had to tend to were just normal injuries from like days before.
Okay.
There was no major injuries.
Rinn's gonna kind of look up at Striker while she's holding the twins.
Imagine he's like picked up Faye.
You got that weird feeling we kind of got yanked somewhere else we probably didn't need to?
Or we got lucky and just got here in time.
I'm not sure that's how this thing works. I don't know. I've got a weird feeling. It had 2 days before we got here and barely anything got touched.
It seems like they were only just starting to break in when we got here too.
This is what I'm saying.
And you would know from where you were told it arrived somewhere near Lunar Rest.
Mm-hmm.
On foot travel, it's maybe a day and a half's travel.
Yeah. So it
That's-
definitely would have gotten here before us, like,
That is
well
assuming that they don't
before.
need to rest.
Yeah. We actually don't know that about them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, that's assuming they would have to rest. I mean, if they rested, it's a day and a half. If they don't need to rest,
Less time.
less time.
Even so, they would have gotten here well before us.
I don't know, I kind of did not enjoy the trap set.
No, I did not. She kind of smiles at Faye, but also looks a little sad.
Oh.
And I would imagine, Striker, also with that perception, you would notice that you could now see the trap that was laid was essentially a bunch of like canisters
Mm-hmm.
that as soon as the door pulled open, strings pulled and just the gas came out.
Yeah, no. He's kind of looking at like Faye, like, do I teach her this stuff later now, or do I not?
Faye just has this really big smile and her tail's wagging like she's very happy to see her dad. She's also holding her bubble wand.
Oh. I just picture he like puts her up on his shoulders after a little bit and just walks around with her.
Yeah. Sounds like the things that were most damaged was the forest around. But even make me anybody who's very more nature-y, anybody proficiency in nature, maybe a nature check.
Proficiency in nature. No striker has that.
Not me.
Were you?
Xander?
You should.
Not. But striker does.
Okay, listen.
You should,
Boy.
but he is like a weird. It's like
He's a weird
Drag's
ranger.
rogue warlock thing. It's neither.
You know, I will say Erembor can actually make a roll because that is his favorite terrain, forest.
Well, fun fact, he does have proficiency in nature.
Cool.
You technically would have advantage on this then, because you're your favorite.
I will take that natural 19, 25.
25?
That's a 17.
Okay. The 17 is enough as well to kind of gauge this as you're kind of walking around. The fire was very contained for being in the forest. It is a perfect near circle.
So it was meant to trap the village specifically.
Yep, it didn't spread anywhere past that. Which makes more either there was some like chemical or something like an oil or whatever that was very kept the flame centered, or was some sort of magical flame.
Can Erembor go check the area where the flames would have been going through, like check the ground? See if there would be anything as far as like oil or chemical wise.
Make me investigation.
Alright. Let's see. This is where I regret asking that. Because that is a flat roll.
Yeah, you know.
That is a 15.
Just all you really see are scorch marks. There's not really any. What you can tell. See, imagine it's not hard to see that he's kind of just like bent over in the grass, kind of like you're kind of like putting your hand through, trying to like see if there's anything. Nothing that you can find.
And I'm assuming Sirris with her creeper eyes don't see anything out of the ordinary.
You can see because their feet are very unique. You can tell where they entered in, and kind of where they went. They kind of went pretty much a few different places where the hodgepodge you know the bodies were, but then they kind of focused on the building, and then throughout the fight where they moved.
I see.
You do see not really much foot traffic outside of where the ring was. I mean, even for the shifters, they seem to have like a general path they go to for hunting and foraging. The easiest path to move before they go wherever they need to go. You do see there is one set of footprints where one part of the fire starts, and it goes off, and you look, and it heads off to where Striker went. And you can gather that was the Fae.
Is going to point that out to Erembor, since he seems to be the one interested in how this fire happened.
I think Striker's main concern was he probably could tell that she was predicting moves. So
Very similar to how, like, the trafficker would predict your moves.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, he would definitely notice that then.
Uh,
So his
I
thing
don't
is,
like
so
that.
his thing is he himself is wondering, was this a trap set up for when they got there?
Mm-hmm.
The attack as the warning to get him there, and then the foresight
Yeah.
thing to set the traps.
Very
signs
possible.
point to definitely maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's his theory at the moment.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Because they had like basically a day to plan.
Yeah. Rinn's still stuck on the fact that they even took that time to do so.
Wouldn't be the first time they set a trap for us, to be fair.
Yeah.
Nope.
Because we had the breath one, which was a trap. We had the
Mhm.
AU Rinn set a trap. Like, they've set traps before. It's not that unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very.
this is true.
So he's not sure.
This was just a very far out trap. Rinn's very concerned about how far they are right
For
now.
people that can teleport, I don't think it's an issue. They can just appear anywhere. I don't think that's an issue. Now, yeah, he would agree, though, a little bit with Rinn in the sense of he's wondering if something's gonna happen while they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how Storm kind of
Which is a fair theory. Because he's not sure if something would attack the base while they're all the way over here.
Because it took half the party out.
More than that.
Yeah.
Limits who would go on the next mission, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rinn's kind of looking at Striker like, what now?
You know? I mean, other than probably catching up a little bit with the family, he's not planning on staying too long.
Okay. Yeah, like I said,
Kind of explaining that they're gonna go out and take the kids back because of the distance issue. And maybe offer if they want to leave or not, but since there wasn't that much damage, he's not super worried.
yeah, I mean,
If they feel like they can handle another possible attack.
yeah, given how this attack went, they feel confident they can handle another one.
Mhm. Yeah, he'd probably
Purely
just
because
warn them
nothing
to.
happened.
Yeah, he probably warned them to still be cautious for the next time,
Yeah.
or prepare for another one just in case.
And Storm will kind of nod to you as you say that. Because, yeah, she would come back as you guys are
Hmm.
discussing that, and she kind of... Are those... She kind of looks like glancing at the hotspot that's currently essentially like repairing minor damage against a wall.
Mhm.
If they act funny where you are,
What do you mean by funny?
they started being more protective, I guess.
So they are getting some updates over here. Interesting.
That's concerning.
Dear.
Just saying.
I know.
Well, I mean, during the fight, Artemis, one of them was in the middle of a fight with one of them, as you know, want to be when we're making sure everyone else can get back. It seemed intent on trying to skewer him through before a hodgepodge stepped in the middle. Its words were, "Get back and protect the family," I believe it was.
Yeah, the ones back on our base are gaining a bit of personality, so you get used to it.
Oh, this is the personality they're getting. That's not all bad.
I know, dear. He doesn't even have to look back at her. He just says that.
Just doesn't even have. I don't even have to describe the face that Rinn probably has. At
He
those
doesn't
comments
look
right
back.
now.
He doesn't look back. He just says, "I know."
Something wrong. Because she would look behind you and see that face.
It's a very long story. We've had some incidents with our hodgepodges in the past being taken over, and she's not a huge fan and untrusting of them now.
That's fair.
It's a valid fear.
Still, I'm unsure how I feel about them, but the fact that they wanted us to go in while they formed the final line was, I don't know, reassuring, I guess.
Fair enough.
They still have their good points, even with their flaws.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel bad. I know they feel like they're disposable, but I don't like to see allies fall.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a very aggressive healer.
Yeah, I know.
She gives you kind of a shoulder. Not hard, just kind of. Haven't hit you that hard that time. It just gut reaction, I suppose.
Yeah, probably. He still rubs his shoulder anyways.
She smiles and kind of. Yeah. And she kind of looks down at the kids. Can be a bit of a handful, but they're good.
No, don't worry. We got Rinn's family. I'm sure that they will keep them in line. Right? Looks at all the kids. Which I imagine they just nod.
Like, yeah, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like the phase one of the more genuine ones, like.
He's like, yeah, until you deal with her father, and then he will make sure you stay in line.
Not wrong.
I mean, to be fair, I think Rinn's father even keeps him in line, so...
Oh, yeah.
A little bit.
Dell kind of does, too.
Yeah.
They don't tolerate no shit.
Yeah, for damn sure.
Thank you, Storm.
She nods and kind of goes, of course. If we feel things are too poor here, we do have a way back. So there's that.
Okay, Pumpkin, I'll let you in. Hold on. God. Mom.
Kitty. That's...
Sorry.
That's good.
Fine. Victor sent over schematics for something for the hot rods to be able to get us out if need be.
Okay.
It should be complete relatively soon, honestly. Kind of nice when the ones that have to build it don't actually sleep.
This is fair.
Yeah. Are those two staying out of trouble? And he kind of nods over to the boys over there.
Ember is still the same.
Right.
He kind of stays in the background, but is observant. Nyx is not much changed either. Still a bit of a... Still reminds me of you.
Hey.
She's not wrong, dear.
Well, then I guess he'll land himself a girl eventually. He smiles at her.
That would probably do him right.
Oh, you're persistent
Seems to
enough.
have calmed you down.
Mm.
I'm glad to see you are both okay.
Physically, we seem to be doing just fine, for the most part.
And keep doing that. And she looks at both of you.
He just kind of looks away.
That nervous smile, like, yeah, I'm fine, it's fine, everything's fine.
Striker and Rinn be competing for deaths, yo.
You kind of see her kind of like take the gauntlet and metal and kind of
I'm holding a child.
just be safe, or you'll learn how aggressive my heels can be.
Oh no, I learned.
Mm-hmm.
Gotten better.
Oh good.
Good.
Useful. That's useful, is what that is.
I like,
And she's gonna...
Ronnie. She's not as mean.
Striker,
Yes.
please put Faye down.
No.
I feel like Faye's tapping his head now, like, down.
He hesitantly puts the daughter down.
You get two gauntleted hands on your shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
and she pulls you in for a hug. Good to see you. Okay? And I want to be able to see you again, and she tightens the hug.
Yep.
So be safe.
I'm getting the point.
She pulls away and she smiles at you. And she turns and looks to Rinn. And starts approaching Rinn. And gives her a hug as well.
Yeah.
Aw.
Hugs all around.
It's moments when his sister is so much stronger than he is. That
Strength
do
is
again.
her forte.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is a 20.
It's fine.
Thanks again, and yeah. We decided we're coming back here, and we're probably done.
You know, that's what a lot of people say.
Okay, put it this way. We're not leaving Elendar for any reason after this.
Yeah. Because every time we left here, it's
No,
not
they
been...
they have to come visit us this time.
Yeah.
Hopefully, travel won't be as hard once what we're doing is done.
Hopefully.
All I know is there's some giant room.
Oh, good.
You'll have to ask Victor about that later.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll know more than I did. He explained it to me, but
You know,
it's hard to understand.
there's very few of our friends that can understand that, man. which I imagine is probably Leah, Alwin, and Garthag.
Fair. And she gives you a nod and says, I think we got it from here.
Alright.
Then we should be getting back.
Yeah. If the others
Alright.
are ready to go.
Yeah. Alright, kids, who's ready for a flight? He wants to go see Grandma and Grandpa.
He'd probably point over there. Go attack Auntie Sirris and Uncle Xander.
I feel like the twins are the ones that immediately do that.
Just like attached to them.
Oh, you just want to walk over. Now might be a good time to run. They're distracted.
Yeah, no, the both of them would have. You just see Xander would just look over there, just really.
Rinn just kind of shrugs and points at Striker.
I don't know what she's talking about. Realization that Sirris is an auntie. Technically.
Yeah.
Not by any normal relation, but she is.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. For now. Wait, what?
What?
Wow.
Don't do that.
For now.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's fine. I know. What time do they actually get out of there after all the conversation and getting the
After all the
stuff?
conversations and checking around, they probably leave closer to 3 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Okay.
Not terrible.
I feel like Faye immediately climbs on Grim. Tall man is back. Piggybacks.
Piggyback.
Okay, why?
Hi, Pumpkin. You're not here with us. You're in the other area.
So I'm gonna move you all over here
Oh no.
Hmm.
as you guys
No,
start taking a flight back.
I am.
I'm not ready. I don't want to.
It's fine. Remember, Lucky and Ronnie were heading back to the dorm area.
Yeah, because
What's the worst
Ronnie had
that
to go.
happened?
Ronnie had to go talk to Leah.
Yep.
Ronnie had to go talk to Leah.
Well, and he had to go back to his room, so they would have probably still been walking together.
Yeah.
Because we're right across from each other.
I'm
What's the worst that can
upset.
happen?
Never say that.
Too late, I already did.
Please
fool.
don't say these things.
Would AU Rinn be hiding in her room?
Probably.
Okay.
Because she's like, I don't know how to deal with the people that I don't know yet.
You know them, but you don't?
See,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my
remember,
family,
You
but it's
know
not
them,
my
but you
family.
don't.
kiddos, we're still doing stuff here. Of course, there's no
Well,
balls
that
being
RP stuff goes
snowball.
on. I'll be back.
Okay.
I'm guessing Theron's probably still in here.
Ah,
Leah's actually still in her doing that one room.
Oh, so they would
Because-
actually split off, because I imagine she asked.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's go with Garthag in the common room.
This is fine.
this is fair.
Pumpkin.
Hmm.
Ethan.
Mhm. I
Right.
have no idea what the
Children.
hell MILF would be.
Garthag was in the, hall, I thought, drinking.
Okay.
Yeah. He was somewhere in
Was
the
it out
hallway.
there waiting for breath to be available?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And she was in here with them. Mylvada was.
I don't think I said,
I'm just gonna kind of put him back over at the front here.
but
which is-
you said this was kind of afternoonish, right?
Can it not lag? There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, it's
Ronnie was
roughly.
him, right?
Ronnie
Unless
would've
she
gone
split
to see
off,
Leah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been
Thinking of
at this point when we would have ended that. Would have actually been tied at the same time. So we're gonna say around a little before 3, probably at this point.
I love how all this is
I mean-
happening so simultaneously. It's like it was planned.
Uh-huh.
I would say Milv would have just been finishing up in the training room
Okay.
All right.
and heading back to the drink tables they've been at.
Mm-hmm.
And Storm kind of
Yeah.
popping out your shadow.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he had to like take time to somewhere. I know he had to do that for his sword.
Nah, because she didn't herself didn't technically die. You did, so she kind of
Mm.
as soon as you get on this guy's here, you see, and this kind of get licked because she's happy to see you.
Immediate puppy!
Oh yeah, they haven't seen her since she became shadow form.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
So now she's
And
like
that
soft
weird-
and squishy.
Yeah, like the face kind of go.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably showing off tricks, showing her go through shadows or something like.
Wide-eyed children the entire time. They are entertained for
Melts into the
about
floor.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. I love it. It's fine. We
So-
lock the pilot in his own little space so they don't bother.
It's a pilot, just a hodgepodge. It's fine.
Huh.
So,
So, I guess the one who technically reached this position first would be Lucky,
cool.
given where Leia is to set up that
Yeah, which
Shop.
he's probably aware that she's there. So he's just gonna not say a damn word to Garthag. Just walk past tiny children. So yeah, he'll kind of head back in here then.
And you see Mathew's just kind of as the mouse laying on the bed.
feeling.
He falls asleep.
Ear perks up.
Ah,
I thought he did, but apparently, I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he, I don't understand why.
Probably just resting. Just all one taking a guess.
Yeah. So, am I done mouse sitting?
Yeah, you're free to go.
Well, that was the easiest job I ever had.
Right, you did it for free. And he just smiles.
And I did. She's gonna wave as she's walking out. She'll join Garthag out here for a drink.
Yeah, you know, you might want to stay in that form for just a little bit till I get you moved somewhere else.
The mouse head tilts and kind of.
Yes. Right. Yeah, we should probably head there before, Garthag says him say hi.
He goes.
He'd probably like hold his hand out to pick him up or something.
He hops in your hand.
Oh no, that's right, we were gonna do that. It's
You
fine.
see nothing.
It's fine.
No,
it's just
no.
fine. It's fine. They're gonna do children things.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So he's technically carrying the mouse then.
I'm just gonna put Mathew right there just so I don't have to trade both tokens for now.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's just gonna open the door and he's gonna get an arrow shot at him.
Make a deck.
Because we haven't done that in a while. What is your dex? Because that was not a good number. Oh, okay, he's actually decent in that. So that is a 17.
As it hits the wall behind, right next to your head.
Hi, Ethan.
And yep, Claire walks up with her booping stick and kind of does an like trying to get enough height to bop him in the head.
He just kind of chuckles and leans down so she can do it.
She pops him on the head.
Probably was like, there, his life.
Goes over here and poop him.
Yeah, he's not as tall. He's probably a little easier.
The soft poop.
Right.
Tiny Claire stare.
I have to ask, what is Mathew doing?
He's currently just
Retrieves the arrow.
I imagine more probably like riding on your shoulder, more than likely.
Yeah. It's fine.
Would the kids see that?
He's not hiding.
Yes.
There's
Claire.
another squeakers.
Yeah, you know.
Wasn't he squeakered out?
Technically, it's a long story.
Claire stare.
Imagine Ethan's just watching curiously as well.
Every time you say Claire stare, I keep thinking of Care Bear stare.
Oh.
Shh. You do not know my methods. But that might have been my method.
Right, niece and nephew is all he says. He kind of glances at the mouse.
Okay, just does that as you do.
Hmm?
Basically giving you, because he can't really talk to you, he's giving you an indication that, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, you know, yeah. Why are you two in here alone? Wait a minute. Pumpkin! That... You know, I never quite...
Comes over and like kind of picks up Claire and puts her on the chair. Looks at you, Lucky.
Good boy. Should, you guys should go play with, Wisp or something.
Okay.
Keep an eye on your sister. That's all he says to Ethan as he kind of like slowly follows out.
Pumpkin watches both of them leave, looks at the chair where he had set her, climbs in. And
Good boy,
like,
Pumpkin.
haha, I
Priority.
now have the chair. It's mine now.
My
Of the
turn now.
of the four other chairs as well.
Just like a cat.
He wanted the fifth one.
He wanted the one that someone sat in, of course.
Exactly, it's warmer
Good
now.
boy, good boy, Pumpkin. Priorities.
He has no reason to really be concerned.
Yeah, that would be my family. They're interesting. Right. Well, since unfortunately we were trying to avoid this, but there's no one left to ask, he's gonna ask Alwin to go with him to the other room.
You know,
Because Ronnie's not available at the moment.
Yeah.
And
he
MILF
is.
is nowhere to be seen.
Hey, she's on her
Yes,
way back from
Garthag.
training.
Because
He's
Garthag-
not.
Yeah.
Not. Nope.
Mhm.
He just again does not acknowledge Garthag and just keeps going.
I'll say for now, I'll end up just putting Mathew like in his corner over here.
Yeah, I was thinking like there'd be a random room somewhere.
Yeah,
Yee. Fair.
that's just a representation that is where his room is.
Yeah,
Apparently, we do put Mathew in the corner.
it's fine.
I love clicking the number 2 and number 1s on that token.
Everything is fine.
I don't believe that for
No.
a minute.
Hearing in there, there's already hodgepodges kind of set up, and he'll climb like kind of as you as you start climbing to your hand, you kind of let him down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he'll go back to himself. Oh. How a weird hungering for cheese.
Yeah, that happens. You get used to it.
I suppose you want this back.
Yeah, probably.
Kind of takes it off and he'll hand it back.
Okay. He'll take it. He'll tune to that again later.
Fair.
Because it takes him a lot longer.
Mm-hmm. Mathew didn't have
Yeah.
any problem.
You know,
Well, so far the conditions are that I can't be with you alone.
Fair. I don't blame them.
Did he
Oh,
already? Did he already have that talk with Victoria about the other thing?
Yeah.
Okay. And I did convince them to let me at least have a room nearby, and he kind of points to the other door over there.
He kind of nods and imagine if you don't have a person here, I'm going to be essentially locked in my room.
Unfortunately.
I
Better than a
mean, I
prison
did-
cell.
guess I did technically kidnap you. So there's that.
Yeah. Not sure how I feel about being drugged, now that I think about it. But,
You know. A lot more relaxed.
funny.
I could have just pushed you off, but I didn't think. I figured you might scream if I do that.
No fair.
I figured it was the calmer way of knocking you off of a cliff over a lake.
I was just watching this interaction, confused.
Yeah. Uh, Maybe I can win back their trust eventually.
Yeah, I may have requested that certain people don't know where you are right away. Unless you want to get your ass kicked a few times.
I don't particularly want it. But don't bother me either way.
He never said he didn't like it.
I'm more worried
Never-
about Rinn and Xander. For good reason.
To be fair, Rinn doesn't scare me.
No.
Xander...
He's changed quite a bit since you last saw him.
Oh, he has. Huh. Still.
Yeah, say that again when he bites you.
As long as I have a safe word first.
Oh god.
He just smirks at you.
Right.
Last I checked, fangs are not fun to get by? Maybe? I don't know. He looks at Alwyn, who just blushes.
Oh.
Because why not?
Oh my.
I wouldn't know.
Don't worry. Maybe he will eventually. I'm sure he or she'll be gentle.
I don't plan to ask.
Most don't. He's just smirking at you. I don't want.
This poor boy.
I put him in a room with the two biggest perverts on base.
Stands up and looks at you, Lucky. I think we're making him uncomfortable.
Oh, that's not hard to do. He's been like that since I met him.
Nice. Well, I am really tired. I guess going from one plane of existence to another drains you a bit.
Fair, and time does pass differently here than I assume it did for you.
Yeah, the sun didn't move.
That sucks.
Yeah. I didn't need to feel the need to sleep, so there was that.
Yeah, that could be a big change then.
Yeah. For once, sleep, or at least lay down. 'Cause I didn't sleep before, but lay down on something that's not a gravelly rock place.
Well, hopefully you enjoy your stay.
I'm sure you guys will keep it interesting. And he kind of turns and waves a bit as he heads to his room.
Right, yeah. He'd probably let Alwyn leave at that point and probably just go back to gather some of his tinker stuff or something so he has something to do while he's there.
Fair. And there are house rushes in front of his door,
Mm-hmm.
and in front of your door, and in front of the exit door.
Fair.
On both sides
Yeah.
of the exit door.
He had a feeling it would be slight overkill on the hodgepodges. He
You
was
think?
not surprised.
You get the sense the ones on the outside are more to keep certain people out.
Yeah, that is very fair. Yeah, he'd probably go do that and then eventually come back with his stuff and go to his spare room now.
Fair enough. Ronnie,
Yes.
you were going to visit somebody.
I'm going to see Leah.
Yeah, easy enough to find. I'll just know where she is. You kind of enter the room and you can see a bunch of intricate, kind of ruins that have kind of been not fully completed yet, and you see her sitting in a chair, currently unconscious. More like someone who's taking a power nap. It's kind of.
Wow. She kind of lightly taps on the door. Leah? She'll quietly enter and go kind of kneel in front of her.
Oh, hey. Ronnie?
Hi. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
I was just taking a quick break and trying to get this room working as soon as I can.
Oh, well, what's it supposed to be?
Well, the runes, once I place the crystals in the circles, should be a power source for the warforge that was on the floating island.
Oh.
Fortress. so he can come here and work on stuff.
Well, that'll be interesting.
Yeah. Apparently, this is what powers him. So I'm trying to make sure I get it right.
Well, don't you think that would be easier with a partner?
Yes, no. It's easier to know where the lines are going when I don't have to try to confirm with somebody else. It's complicated. This is a complex thing.
Well, what if it's if it's someone that's picked up some things from you?
She
You
doesn't
two have
stand
already worked together. I'm actually surprised you two haven't been working on this together.
I've been trying to think. That's all.
Think about what?
I just want to make sure I wasn't just letting my emotions get better of me. That's all.
Well, what's wrong with that exactly?
I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to think.
Wouldn't it have been better to maybe tell him that?
Hindsight, yes.
And actually, I have another question for you. What brought the whole, well, I guess a good way to put it is, slowdown?
I just started thinking about patterns that have happened in the past, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't repeating. That's all.
Patterns?
She doesn't seem to want to go into more detail. She's kind of just sitting there quietly.
Look, I don't want to pry. But I can tell the way that you feel about him. Alright? The fact that you stood up to your father the way you did. I don't imagine you'd do that for just anyone.
Okay, persuasion check.
Nah. You know.
To be fair, this is also with where we should assume the worst.
You know, it's
I
fair.
rolled
My
like
first assumption was a
crap.
suggestion.
I rolled like
You
crap.
have advantage.
Oh, beautiful! That's better. Okay. Yeah. So that is now a 23 as opposed to an 11.
Make me an insight check.
Okay, I'm going to
Imagine
do.
you're kind of like trying to read her as you're.
Oh,
trying to
always.
control this. Yeah, that makes sense.
And that is going to be, yeah, I was correct. That's a 29.
Okay. So you, as you're kind of like watching as you're saying this, you watch. She kind of closes her eyes for a second, kind of thinks for a moment. and shakes her head. And her eyes almost seem brighter for a second. Like, not like literal brighter, but like, or they were just kind of like there's this lack of that, like anything, and now they're just back to more what you'd recognize. You're right. You're right. You're right. He probably hates me.
No, I think he's just concerned I wouldn't be here otherwise.
Okay.
He actually thinks he did something wrong, actually.
Oh. Where is he?
I think he's with a friend right now, which that's a complicated story in of itself.
I mean, I guess I can just get a hold of him pretty easily. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. Just felt like a cloud came over my head. I guess I wasn't thinking properly.
Ronnie's gonna put a hand on her shoulder. Anytime you feel like that, you can come talk to me. That I know talking to your sister can sometimes be a bit much.
Yeah. Just pushy sometimes.
Which sister?
Yes.
You know.
Their own ways. Del more passive aggressively.
Yeah.
Rinn more like, well.
You will tell me the thing or I will bug the shit out of you until you do.
Yep. As younger siblings want to do.
She gives you a hug, and then kind of goes, I'm gonna message him, and she kind of. Thank you.
Anytime. And good luck with all of it. And this is incredible. I hope you guys make it work.
Yep. And as you kind of see her kind of sit down, she kind of. Okay. Lucky. Lucky. I would first like to apologize about any misinformation. I didn't go about this right. Yeah, my head was just kind of cloudy, and I was trying to think things through. I probably should have told you that. I'm good. I mean, I'm sorry. I heard you have a friend. Well, I could use more of a break than the 20-minute nap I just took. Yeah, where do you want to meet? I can... one second. Shuttle can't hear you on stream.
Oh.
Ruh-roh.
Can you hear me now? Oh, hopefully. Reset that and see if it fixes it.
You are coming through on stream.
Okay.
Alright.
You got a yep
Okay.
from Shuttle.
There we go.
Right now I
Alright.
figure out what the fuck I said.
There was the explaining in person thing.
Well, I meant
Yeah.
all of it that led up to that, because none of that was probably heard.
Right.
We'll just... It was lucky... She asked Lucky. She goes, I'm sorry. probably should have told you.
I didn't hear the over the earring. It's fine.
Oh. So oof, that was for a while.
Yeah.
It's fine, just letting you.
It's alright. Yeah, I can read it too.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there's a stream chat in the OBS.
Right, sorry.
It's the activity feed I can't see right now.
Fair. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, I probably should have told you. Sorry.
You're alright. As long as you're okay.
Very. Just to get out of here. So where can I meet to talk about this new friend?
You know, the quickest... You want some fresh air?
Sure, I can meet you on the surface.
Yeah, I'll be up there soon.
And that's where she'll end up going.
Yeah.
She's
multiple
technically in this center.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They eventually just
Where would
kinda-
Mylvada be at this point in time from the training room on our way back here?
She's probably
She
back.
could've been, yeah, by
Yeah.
this point, yeah.
Alright.
Breast kind of just after it come out and just drink. She hasn't talked. She's just kind of been drinking.
Garthag hasn't really talked either.
Why do I feel like I've missed something?
Well, I babysitted our mouse, so there's that.
Yeah. He's probably like reattuning to his necklace.
I feel like this would be simpler if I don't ask, but why?
Just a favor for Lucky.
Yeah, he didn't really explain it to me very much either. I came in, saw a mouse on the bed. Was told to make sure it was. I was told to watch it, honestly. Easiest job I've ever did. And it was free.
Is the big guy usually this quiet?
I am when I'm drinking.
He is also when he's knocked unconscious, too.
That's also true.
That is oddly specific.
At this point, Ronnie, you kind of come around in the corner.
Hmm.
You were a bit further away than Mylvada was.
Fair.
Alright, how's everyone doing?
Trying to figure out a mouse babysitting gig, apparently.
Yeah.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
He's
Lucky
been,
has strange requests.
yeah, he's been moved and is resting.
Oh, that's good. Mylvada we'll probably have a fuller talk, but apparently an old friend of Lucky's has arrived, is the situation.
So I have no reason to care. Gotcha.
Nope.
Pretty much, you should be
Not at all.
fine.
At worst, he might ask you to help watch him, but other than that...
Garthag?
Ronnie.
You left a bit abruptly there
I did.
during that meeting.
I did. I need to cool down.
Are
Safer
you
if I
cool?
left.
Are you cooled down now?
As much as I can be. Yes.
I have an idea. Give me a second.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
fuck no.
Oh dear.
No calm emotions.
Nope.
Oh, Breath has something.
She's a weather-based person.
Oh,
dear.
no.
You
Oh,
just
dear.
said cool down. So give me.
Why do I imagine like Gus just?
I just need to make sure what spell she has because I don't know.
I still can't
Gust of
picture
wind.
Goliath with fucking Fabio hair. I don't know why. I try to, and I just
on.
laugh
Very difficult.
every time I try.
It's fair.
I helped him get the ladies, man.
Did I pick the wrong one again? I
That
always
hair
pick the
only
wrong
took,
one.
what, 6 months or more to take effect then?
Gosh.
I keep picking the wrong breath character sheet. It's fine.
Oh no.
I have one that's like part fighter.
Mm.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh, from the other
and
one.
that's the one I did not use.
Mm.
Mm.
I used the one that was the Storm Sorcerer.
Mm.
Because air genasi and weather made
Mhm.
sense.
She fancy.
Yeah. You watch as she kind of waves her hand, and then the Fabio hair kind of blows back as there's a gust of wind.
The temptation to cast slow right now is real.
Hold on, I just
He
wanted
says
to
that
see
out
the
loud.
hair.
Yeah.
What? I just wanted to see the hair move. I think he's cooled down.
Thank you, Breath.
Cheers.
Is it too much of a request for you to just hear everyone out, Garthag?
I stick by what I said. Should. I don't like this. I don't.
To be fair, Victoria doesn't necessarily like it either.
To be fair, I don't blame her. This person is the reason Sirris has died. Let's see. Kidnapped Xander, which, like, he's still in head, still confusing. As I see Fluffy over there with a confused face.
That's his breath is like processing this now.
Right.
Is this a story Milv would have heard before?
That's
I mean,
a
she
good
was-
question. She wasn't a part of it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think you asked this
Ronnie
before and
didn't
said
even
that,
know it.
yeah,
Right.
I don't think
at most
at least the
passing
details.
jokes
Yeah.
about it have been said,
Mhm.
but
Not much explanation of that, I don't think.
No.
Turn us.
So-
Alright.
I mean,
I was watching a mouse that killed Sirris and kidnapped Xander. Such lucky.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, maybe the job wasn't as simple as I thought it was.
No,
Yeah, he kind of used my necklace to transform.
Let's
I
do that
understand.
as a neat trick.
I understand your problems with it, Garthag. I do. I understand the mistrust. We do operate under second chances here. Motions to Breath.
Owen
What,
kind of
I'm-
sinks down in his chair a little bit.
What? I'm completely innocent until you can prove that I've killed all those people.
It's not so much your past, dear, as what you did to the team in general.
I didn't kill anyone.
No.
See, you can plead innocence from that, but there's some places you can't.
I can plead innocence for whatever the fuck I want, to be fair.
Can't even have Alwin say anything because he wasn't fair.
Hmm.
Because technically, she did kidnap people. Just pointing that out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
as a player, but Alwin wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Ruff knows.
Unless he looked at her records, which I rolled, and he would not have.
Fair.
Second chances, huh?
We are going to attempt it. The others do not know that he's here yet, but they're going to on their way back. It's not going to be a pretty picture.
I'm sure Xander's gonna love it.
Not so much.
One, being kidnapped gives you a better outlook on life sometimes.
Not so much with this one.
You know you say that. Rinn hates hodgepodges.
Mhm.
Aye. But not me for some reason.
Some
That is a
people
fair
get
point.
second chances, remember?
But apparently not hodgepodges.
Well, maybe she doesn't really consider them a person yet.
And not to mention, there have been other circumstances, especially recently. Affairs have semi-been confirmed for.
I can see where she's coming from with that, to be fair.
It's fair. I will say.
Considering how many times those damn things have been corrupted up to this point.
We don't use the word corrupted around Rinn.
No,
Why do you think I'm
please,
saying it
for the-
now?
For the love of God, do not say it around her. That is the last thing we need her to hear. Thank you for saying it now and not then.
We're all
Well,
just,
it's
like
Clank
trying to
getting
figure
better at
out half of these stories right now.
What?
Ruff goes, Oh, I'm tempted to say it in front of her just to see her reaction.
It's not
I
antagonize.
will,
Please.
I won't.
through the earring to breath, if you do, I will be ready to stand in between, because that is going to be funny.
I won't do nothing like that. Besides, I can understand irrational fears.
Well, at the
I
moment,
dealt with them.
yeah, at the moment he hasn't done anything or seemed like he can harm anyone.
Well, and that's where I was going. If he doesn't, fair be it. He earns a little bit of trust back. I will not crush his head. If he proves to not be the same person he was, fair.
Well, he definitely didn't have any weapons that I could tell, or anything
No.
like that.
I think the only problem he seems to have now is that there's pure magic running through him, which should be lethal.
We're
See,
not
that's concerning.
About it.
sure how that dimension works, though, are we?
No, but I'm going to figure that out if you wouldn't mind helping me.
Sure. He didn't seem that much older, though, did he? Because I
No.
heard he was a bit older than Lucky.
Well, as anything like other dimensions, time works very differently.
I'm still trying to give her the fact that someone's more magical than his hair.
He just kind of nods.
I think the genie on base might have everyone beat there.
Yes, that would definitely do it.
Right, there's a genie on base.
I don't want to talk about that moving door. That still weirds me out.
Yeah, you've seen him. You were...
Yeah,
Oh, that one guy that keeps breaking couches, right?
Yeah, the Xander and Lucky's grandpa.
Right.
You also saw the moving door.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that was him?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Still weirds me out.
I was trying to figure out what that door was.
Alright, with everything you've seen, a fucking door freaks you out?
When it moves and the guy is reaching, and the person just reaches out to grab something, and the door keeps moving like somebody's walking. Yes.
Yeah, I imagine he has very powerful magic.
Very.
He also cheats in arm wrestling.
Oh, and you also
I
have to
love
remember he's a lot stronger with all the magic flowing through the world now.
Yeah.
I suppose that's fine.
fair.
Magical beings like that probably are a lot stronger now.
Mm-hmm.
At least I'm not the only one that noticed the door go.
Oh,
No,
so
you aren't. I just choose to ignore it.
No, he probably just
Over
kind of
there.
did a heh as it walked by. Yeah, you know,
Uneasy
by the
because
way,
door moving.
I love how this conversation went because as soon as you repeated that, Fluffy, and I thought, Mathew, magical
Yeah.
beings.
yeah.
You know, it's fine.
Fine.
They wouldn't think that way, though. They just think it's magic running through him, not necessarily that he is a magical being.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
It could have actually had something to do with that being open, though. It might have flooded into his dimension wherever he was, and just affected them negatively.
It's very true. I just hope we can find out what it is and help him in any way. And help readjust his tap side of head.
Yeah, he's not quite all there. But I don't really blame him. He was in isolation for a very long time.
Not long after he had a voice in his head, from what my understanding is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll also say be wary. He was in love with Lucky.
Oh no, I picked up on that.
no, I picked up on that.
Owen just tilts his head like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Puzzle pieces fit now.
Yeah.
Huh. Doesn't think he swung both ways.
That's complicated in of itself. Hopefully,
You know, I don't think anyone ever thought to ask.
no, I don't think anyone did because, well, this is still new. We're not used to necessarily having Lucky as, well, two separate people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's fine.
But I mean, he does have Leah, so I don't think he would swing both time.
It's fine. I actually talked to Leah.
This kind of hurts my head to think about.
And don't worry, I talked to Leah. I believe Lucky and Leah are going to be spending some time together today. It'll be alright.
Oh,
Can I get a con save from Garthag?
Can't say from Garthag?
He's been sitting there drinking.
You're right. What is his con save again?
I've got a natural 20.
Mine's plus 11. That is a 28.
Alright, yeah, you're fine. You're buzzed, but you're not incoherent or anything. You can tell what's going on or something like that. So you're good.
What's up, Garthag?
What was I about to say?
Sorry.
Said something
Oh, no,
about,
it's fine.
Said that we just mentioned
Oh,
Leah
right.
and Lucky were going to spend
Yeah.
time together.
Might be interesting to see how that goes. Mathew seeing the two of them together.
I don't know if Lucky would take her to see him or not.
Does he have access to seeing things?
Not that I'm aware of. It seems like he's locked in a room unless Lucky and somebody else is present. Otherwise, there's hodgepodges constantly guarding him. And he's being... Imagine he would have been told this. He's being surveyed at all times.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Good.
He is not to be alone with Mathew. Is to be watched as highly as Striker is being, apparently. So...
Garthag kind of leans his head to the right to look around Breath and looks at the different hodgepodge.
Mm-hmm.
Is that why you're stationed outside of their door?
Outside of this door.
Yes.
My current reasoning for being in this door in this hallway is to protect.
Okay.
Surveillance is not necessarily needed for me.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware, he doesn't have access to ask for things other than maybe food or drink.
Yes. That much I do, I can confirm.
Mm-hmm.
Probably safe for all parties involved.
Mm-hmm. I think Lucky was trying to take as many precautions to make people comfortable without locking him up.
Mm-hmm.
I will give you this. He is currently asleep.
Well, I imagine. Planar travel is, an interesting thing.
The hell with it. Lucky's so intent on giving him a second chance. Don't see why not. Besides, I still kind of owe Victoria for mine.
Fair on that. So I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I won't kill him yet unless he gives me reason to.
Which he shouldn't. It'll all be fine, and you're not getting anywhere near him anyhow. At least not for now.
Well, like I said, I won't kill him unless he gives me reason to, which I hope he doesn't.
Mm.
From what I can tell, I think the ones you have to worry about are
Not here yet.
Rinn and Xander. And probably Striker, to some extent. He's a very protective pup.
Yeah, I feel like, I feel like Striker might stand between his wife and, well, her running into do something dumb, I would hope.
Yeah. He said something about certain people not being aware of where they took Mathew.
Why would I assume Xander and Rinn are two of those people?
I think he's worried about... He kind of looks at Garthag. A few of you.
He just puts his hands up. That's fair. That is fair.
I mean, he can get a little bit rough-handed at times.
You like it?
Not quite what I was talking about, but sure.
What?
Don't worry about
Ronnie
it.
just face palms. Not in front of the children, please.
The children are
He's
over
not
there.
a child.
To be fair, he's kind of a thing with her, so I'm pretty sure she's not exactly the gentle type.
Let me get more face palming for Ronnie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is just looking down.
Mara is confused.
As she is.
That was a nat one. He is no longer part of this conversation, and he is looking down.
He's like, oh god, I'm out. I'm checking out of this. Nope.
I am going to go check on my brother's sister, and I will be checking in with everybody again later throughout all of this because, dear Lord, I think it's going to be a few days.
All right.
Yep, sorry.
You see Ayla's up, and Darren's kind of helping her.
Hmm. At this point, Mild is just casually, socially drinking, and got not much else, unless otherwise.
No, he probably eventually just pulls out a book and reads.
Breath is currently just goes back to just light drinking and probably light talk between
Mhm.
her and Garthag and whoever else engages.
Fair. Bored, so I'm moving these off the thingy.
This is fair.
Lucky, as you're kind of wandering past, like walking past, just a soft, gentle, like a soft hand on the shoulder, and kind of.
Hmm?
Do you have a moment? Let's see, Victoria.
Yeah, give me a second. Leah.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria wants to talk to me real fast. I'll meet you in a second.
All right, I'm kind of near the middle, near the edge of the lake, just kind of taking in the sun. I'd probably not seeing it for quite some time.
Yeah, I'm up here as well, but figured on my way by.
All right.
Alright, what's up?
It won't take you too long. I just wanted you to know that the reason why I didn't go as extreme with Striker is because I already regretted my choices in the past. I had let my emotions get the better of me. And that cost me everything.
Can't imagine my request was easy.
No, but you are right. Everyone deserves a second chance.
I just hope he actually doesn't, cause any trouble.
Same here. And I'm probably going to get Xander's okay in this as well. But I want to get yours as well, because you were technically still part of Xander at the time. I'm thinking of dropping the surveillance on Striker to the mark back to no more than anyone else. Thanks to him, the things that happened to you all and me in Wonderland were reversed. He didn't have to.
I know. I'll admit he's more than made up for it. Twice now.
Still, if he still steps out of line, I'm still going to beat the shit out of him, but that's really anybody, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't think Xander's gonna take this whole situation well.
I don't think he will, but hopefully he'll be a days out when Greg is able to reach him. So hopefully it'll at least give him some time to process.
Or Stu.
Well, Greg will probably remain there to make sure he has answers to whatever questions he needs.
Fair enough.
I have informed Greg of everything that I am currently doing, just not of locations.
Hmm. I mean, at the moment, he doesn't seem like much of a threat, but even I know better sometimes.
I know. You know him better than all of us.
I mean, he never seemed like he would do something like that before, so I don't know.
I don't know either. Maybe it was just that influence.
Yeah. That's what I'm hoping, at least.
Alright. That is all I wanted to talk to you about. I won't keep you from your visit any longer.
Yeah, yeah, you got some explaining to do with that one.
She nods.
Kind of gives her a nod and heads off to meet up with Leah.
Treat her nicely.
I will. Jeez.
Leah's kind of standing there. She goes. She kind of looks down as you approach, kind of like nervous. Like, oh, how do I explain how to do this?
Leah.
Hey! Oh, sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to make you think you did something.
I was more worried than I hurt you somehow, I guess.
No, you didn't. I just was stupid. I just had thoughts run through my head, and now that I think about it, they were stupid.
That's kind of How about this?
Mm-hmm.
Just take things slow.
Just kind of nods. And... Yeah, okay.
Either way, I like spending time with you, so.
I do as well. You're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
She would technically insight, so I don't know if you're decepting.
He's more. I mean, he's not really hiding it. He's a little. He's trying to figure out how to explain the friend.
Okay, yeah, so she's kind of reading. She goes, okay, here's something on your mind. I can tell that much.
Yeah, you know, an old friend showed up today that I never thought I'd see again.
Okay. Close friend?
More than you realize. He's kind of part of the reason I exist.
Oh, so kind of the source of why you split. Oh, the split person. Okay.
I imagine two teenagers and troublemakers.
Yeah.
That was before he went off and got himself thrown in prison. But that's another story in itself.
He sounds like an interesting individual.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Name's Mathew.
Okay.
There's one other it's a couple slight details. There's a
You
bit
can tell
of,
me whatever you wish.
yeah, it's better you probably hear from me than everyone else, because not a lot of people like him. For many reasons. There was a bit of an incident a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
There was this thing called the corruption.
Yeah, that I am aware of.
Yeah. Well, it got to him at one point.
Okay.
Long story short, he was sort of responsible for Sirris's death because of it at one point.
Hmm.
And may or may not have kidnapped me and Xander? Technically?
Alright, because you were the same person, so... Wait, what?
Ah.
Why would he kidnap you? Why would he kill Sirris?
That was back when they were engaged.
Okay.
Yeah, how do I explain this? He
Probably with
might
words.
have yeah, he might have a bit of a thing for me.
Oh!
Which may have turned into an obsession, which we're not 100% sure, but we think was because of the corruption's influence why he acted on it.
Okay.
Think? We hope?
So should I be worried?
He hasn't made a move, so I don't think so.
Okay, that's not reassuring.
I don't think so. He still seems a little attached, though.
Okay.
I might hold off introducing you two right away because I don't know how he'll act.
Alright. Okay.
Especially after the Sirris incident.
I don't want to be another Sirris incident.
No, I don't want that either. I don't think he'll go that far, but I mean, he's being pretty closely watched.
Okay. Okay.
He's not all there anymore.
Fair. Okay, that is... You weren't wrong. This was better in person.
Yeah. He was my best friend at one point, though.
How do you feel about him?
I mean, I've missed him all these years. But as I said, I didn't really think I'd ever see him again. He was sort of sent to a dimension he wasn't supposed to come back from.
How did he get back?
He said he found I guess a hole in the plane or something, I don't know. Enough to get in contact with me, at least.
Okay. So he has a thing for you that might be an obsession.
Not sure. I mean, he didn't necessarily react badly when you were mentioned.
Okay.
It wasn't me, it was Ronnie.
I guess the question is, this is gonna sound stupid.
Spit it out.
You said he's got a thing for you. Did you at some did you have a thing back? For you?
A very short one.
If you still did, I'd understand. I mean, that's really not what I was asking. She kind of was fidgeting.
Yeah, that really doesn't matter because I meant what I said to you. I don't plan to act on anything, at least.
Okay.
Dodging the question.
Yeah. She's not quite focused on you right now, so she's not inciting.
I love that. Oh, but also. Yeah, because he's very good at dodging questions when he wants to.
Yeah, that's fine. She kind of goes, okay, okay, I just wanted to be sure. That's all.
Fair enough.
I've had ones in the past that only wanted to be part of the Lefarians' trades and have control over that, and their heart was someone else. If that makes sense.
Sorry. It's long.
You're fine.
I'm fine, I'm dying.
Don't die.
No, with that. No.
Well, to be fair, the whole responsibility thing was... I just kind of did it to do it, so I really could care less about anyone else's obligation or family trade.
Okay. I just didn't want a repeat of someone else whose heart wasn't with, That's all.
Yeah, I understand.
If you need help calming Rinn down, I'm sure I can help as well.
Yeah, she is not gonna be happy.
No, considering she, even before you both became separate, viewed you as a brother?
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, she actually was the one who knocked him out. during a bit of a quarrel.
Okay, and it's possible he might not be as happy with her then.
Yeah. I had to rechat. Damn it. Trying to phrase it lightly.
Yeah, Leah understands what's going on there, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
kidnapping, quarrel.
Yeah. If it makes you feel a little more comfortable, I'll be honest here. I'm still processing a lot of this, and like I said, I didn't think I'd ever see him again. I'm not really sure how I feel about him being back.
I'll be right. I'm not gonna. I won't do that again. She kind of rubs her elbow.
I would rather be honest with you, though, in case I make a different decision later. But for now, my mind has not been changed.
She nods. Well, once
The last thing I want you to do is feel like you're being used.
I appreciate that. Once you are for sure on decision, you let me know, okay?
I will.
At this point, it's probably late evening.
Yeah. You still working on your project?
I honestly haven't been in my room in a couple of days. Or any room. Oh, my back.
You should probably take one night to get some decent rest.
I mean, I did get some sleep. I would nap for a couple hours, then work, and then nap for a couple hours, and then work.
I just stay up until I pass out.
I didn't do that for the first day, but I figured it was more effective to stagger my sleep.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
At the very least, you can make a request from the hodgepodge for you to be taken back to your room if you need a decent sleep or you pass out or something.
That is very fair. I think I'm gonna actually probably go to my room tonight and actually sleep in the bed.
Good idea.
And maybe tomorrow, if you're not busy, you can help me work on that some more.
Sure. Why not? Not that I can understand about 80% of it, but you know, I'll try.
You're better than you let on.
What was that dice sound? You've given her PTSD, Fluffy.
I was just rolling these tiny little dice. Because it's like, oh, they're tiny. Roll.
Baby dice.
And I roll a natural 20 and a 10 on that time.
Oh.
But they're just tiny little dice. They're very tiny. I don't know where I got them, but I have them.
Yeah, no, he'd probably walk her back at least.
Okay. So, well...
I hate that they get stuck. We need to figure out how to lift those boards up on that side.
Yeah, I'll probably do that through in between sessions.
Yeah.
Probably after done here, I'll probably move everything off there and kind of lift it up.
Yeah.
That's unless there's anything else going on. That's really all I have. For this
Good.
night.
For this night.
I guess other than
That's it.
Mylvada letting Lucky know that they can be another babysitter if necessary.
That is very fair.
Yeah.
He will definitely consider that.
At this point. Wait, Garthag? So imagine you guys have been constantly drinking.
All right. That is another 28.
Yeah, you're fine. Breath has passed out.
No.
Cool.
He's going to be a gentleman. He's going to pick her up and carry her back to her room.
And let's actually go lay down as well at this point.
And
See here, back in her room.
rolled a 1 or a 2 and a 2. He's gonna at least stay there the first night in the other room. When he does after he walks her back.
This is very fair.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
1,
One, he would have stayed in his room. A 2, he went to the other room. I rolled a 2.
that is fair.
I just kept rolling a d4 till I got one or the other.
That's fair.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, shit, that's the wrong die entirely.
Good job.
Tiny children.
Danger.
Yeah.
Pumpkin.
Guess we'll go out and hang out in there to make sure that kids have someone there in the morning.
Yeah. They're kind of alone, aren't they?
Well, I guess besides the animals and a moving door.
Yeah, they do have Grick and Pumpkin. Pumpkin makes a good babysitter.
Yeah, you know, if it weren't for the fact that it's been working this far, I'd think the person who set that up was a fucking lunatic.
I mean,
Be surprised what animals can do when they're treated kindly.
You know, I feel like I've heard the people version of that discussion at some point.
I was technically raised by animals. They're
Fair.
very different from us, just act differently.
Well, than most of us, anyway.
Hmm.
There's times when you met some people that give peace a bad name.
That's fair. I mean, there's always the ones that like to be the predators.
Hmm. I can't imagine I'll be very good company for long, but you're welcome to hang out in there until I pass out.
Sure.
Excellent.
I love how I feel like this is going to be interesting. Because he could just fall asleep in there if he wanted to, because fucking 4 hours.
yep.
Okay, I don't like that you face the door.
I just want.
And she's up for a good bit longer before she comes.
Yeah, he'll probably stay up with her until then.
I heard the die, and I
Mhm.
don't like it.
I also
Diddle-doo.
noticed
Uh-oh.
the music stopped. Why?
Because we're changing.
Why subtle betrayal?
Why? Why do we need to change? Why?
Is it
why
being
does the music
changed?
change?
It
Mhm.
has changed, yes.
Oh, it's not playing for me at all.
No
Oof.
shit.
Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's bad.
I can't hear it, man. Try refreshing, I guess.
Turn it off real quick. And
Oh, I gotta come back to it and see. Because it didn't play at all for me.
Mm.
It just turned off the other one and there was nothing.
Lovely.
Yeah. Hold on, guys, sorry.
Oh, you're
Okay.
fine.
We bapped the tech.
I still don't hear anything, but it's still trying to load things.
Yeah. When it's fully loaded, I can try bopping it.
Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Alright. Alwin,
Uh-huh.
as your start your trance.
Mm-hmm.
You just it's a small thought that kind of crawls in your head
Mm-hmm.
of why is everyone so nice? Don't they realize what you've done?
Mm.
So you can up by that 10, put 10% corrupted.
Oh,
Oh, that's bad.
cool. I think this is different for everyone, so there might be a lot harder to make connections.
Oh no.
Ronnie,
Yeah.
you succeeded, but you still have a thing.
Okay, good. Great, grand.
How can he still trust me after I abandoned him?
Oh.
Mm.
I left him to die.
Rip.
But you rolled a 31, and a 31 was also rolled. You got 0% corruption.
I feel like the gods just protected me, like...
It's fine. He just has a thought in the back of his head now.
Yeah. That definitely didn't cause some tossing and turning in the sleep.
That was the first night of their travel.
Good!
Sweet.
So, we'll go back to some nice happy music.
Good! The music's working now. Yay.
So, as everyone starts kind of waking up,
Yeah, he's probably got his reading a book or something, just thinking.
Ronnie is hunched over coffee, which is very, very strange.
yeah, Theron kind of looks at you confused.
It's fine. Where the hell is this guy? He probably wakes up a little bit later because he probably was up tinkering on his project. Attempting.
Fair.
This is fine.
He didn't pass out at the desk. He did manage to get to the bed.
Hey!
Excellent.
So, the day is yours until about 3 when Grix's going somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Because he can get there within 24 hours away.
Let's see.
Gnome has a usual schedule of waking up slightly before noon because these chairs aren't that comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, he probably sleeps until like 8 or 9, but he probably goes and meets with Leah for at least a few hours to help her with her thing. If she's ready to go by then.
Yeah, I'll put her over here.
Yeah. Hi, Pumpkin.
Actually, I'm just gonna leave them in their room.
So heavy.
Still...
Thud. That's all you hear whenever I have him get off of me is thud. Imagine the kids just like push him off the bed. Like,
Yeah.
You know. Because Claire would do this. She's gonna boop at the unconscious Mel for a bit. Which she doesn't respond to, but she's booping her. Then she goes boop this guy.
He was about to say to leave her alone, but never mind. He stops mid-sentence. Get the fuck off of me!
You boop him, and he kind of falls to the floor. Ah! And then Claire goes floating upwards.
There's like, she is happy, there are teehees.
He's just treating... He's just spoiling the kids. That's what he's doing right now.
As grandfathers would want to do.
Mm-hmm. It's fine. Even with the genie spoiling them, they're decent kids.
Right.
Let's see.
Sorry about that.
You're all right.
It's all good.
Oh, good.
So I'm gonna start moving these guys over on this side.
Imagine at some point he would go back to let Mathew out, but I need to figure out who is he gonna ask.
Who's gonna bring? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Ronnie would volunteer. She was actually going to go talk to him one-on-one for a bit, try and figure out what plane he might have been on so she can start looking into stuff.
Technically, Victoria would know that.
Yeah.
I don't think he was ever fully made aware, other than it was some prison dimension.
Yeah.
And of course, my daughter's gonna start crying because I told her to go back to bed. Well, I will still roll a d4, and we'll say Alwin is 1, Milv is 2, Ronnie 3. How that?
Alright.
Not even shitting you, I actually rolled a 1. You know, I'm really tired of the RP between the two of them, but sure! Poor awkward boy.
Oh.
And while that conversation or whatever is happening, I have to deal with this. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
You're fine.
You're fine. So, eventually, Garthag, you come to consciousness.
Yeah.
You walk out and don't see a door of a sudden. You just see Grick laying on the floor in a floating Clair.
Nice.
Gotta let them have some fun, right?
Of course.
You gently puts her down. He stands up.
Gonna go to him.
Oh no. Doing the up thing.
No, she's trying to jump up to poop you.
Drops down to a knee so she can poop him. He just falls over on his side. You got me.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
I may have
Clair
bribed her with ice cream.
Fair.
That is fair.
Fair.
The perfect bribe.
Claire has now taken out both
Huh?
Rick and Garthag.
Oh dear.
She's becoming a murderer. She's taking them all out.
Yeah.
She's doing it.
Odds or evens, Drag.
Evens.
Okay. It would help if it didn't land in the corner of the box.
Well, yeah.
Oh, it's a 16. So Alwin actually probably would ask Milv to go with him. Because he's still talking to her, obviously. So, there's a good sign. Right?
Yeah, 10%.
Yay, low percentage and just nervous.
That was a stretch. Sure. You guys got the kids handled.
Rick kind of turns and goes, of course. I gotta leave around whenever I don't know what time they're gonna be within range, but I'll be leaving. Make sure the kids are not left alone. Besides, Pumpkin's good to be in charge, aren't you? Yes.
Alright, I guess that's settled.
I'll bring you tuna later.
I'm gonna have to lead the way because I have no idea.
Yeah, he will.
Wait, coffee.
Yeah. What's bad, though, about their relationship, Milf doesn't incite anything.
Nope.
Nope.
So I don't know how long it'll take for her to notice much. But yeah, I'm just putting him there until he gets over there, basically.
Fair enough.
They technically can't let him out till he's there, because that was part of the deal.
Yep. I'll say, because there's a lot of just idle conversation, you can get there.
It's fine. Yeah. Just so Mathew's not cooped up in a room all day.
I think Leah just gives you a kind of kiss on the cheek as you leave. Just kind of.
Oh, no.
Give me
As you-
mail.
As you arrive, the Hot Watchers unlock the door, and Mathew comes out. Oh, that was first time I've been on something that's not stabbing me in the back.
Fair.
And who's this?
Well, this is, Mylvada?
Yeah.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
I don't see Mylvada shaking someone's hand, but...
No, he just kind of did like
Oh,
this.
okay.
I guess likewise, or however the hell you're supposed to greet people.
Oh, she's a tough one, isn't she?
Yeah. And I think she likes Frady Cat over there. He just grins.
Oh, she does. That's interesting. He kind of walks closer to you, Mylvada.
Just kind of weird stare. Like
Would you
confused.
Would you like some tips?
About what exactly?
Relationships.
I wish you luck in explaining those to her.
I can explain a lot of things.
You
He gives you a wink.
She does get... You've met Ronnie. That's really the only person who describes many things to her, because nobody wants to sit and deal with it. No offense, Mylvada.
Wait, should I be offended?
No.
You're fine. He kind of gives you a pat on the shoulder. You're fine.
There it is.
Oh, fuck it. You're welcome to try.
So, have you heard of kinks?
Oh my gosh! All of Ronnie's hard work. Down the toilet.
Lucky just
Yep.
face palms and shakes his head with a big smile, like, oh my god, going down this road.
So that was one of my first questions, but that never got answered.
Yeah.
Well, you see.
Owen's very aware after being around them, and he's just looking down into his book and ignoring the entire conversation. Attempting to. He still hears it, unfortunately, but he's trying to hide.
So he'll spend some time going over various things. Probably not really explaining very well, to be fair.
Don't worry. He's only getting redder and redder. It continues to get explained over time.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Wow. You aren't kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. I'll be here a while. We'll explain more later.
Mm.
He gets it. He points to Alwin.
He does not look up.
Right. So 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
How familiar are you with ale?
It's been quite a while. Just had ale.
How okay are you with the occasional arm wrestle? Because this might be very boring otherwise.
Not really a strength person. But I wouldn't mind a drinking contest or two.
I've learned the hard way that I cannot handle mine.
Fuck it, I'm done with that on occasion.
Alright.
I don't mind a drink, but I've learned the hard way not to drink a lot.
You also can't handle your drugs, but that's besides the point.
Listen,
And that might have been the purpose.
As I can just feel the Rinn cringe of I'm drinking casually with the enemy.
yeah, I know. Yeah,
It's
he goes and sits
fine.
down and they all have a drink together. It's fine. Owen can sip, but he can't get drunk.
It's fine. He'll be
The ref.
the rest.
Go ahead and
Oh.
whoever's joining in, make a Constitution saving throw.
Hell
yeah. Watch him.
Shit, God. Oh wait.
Oh, where's the lucky sheet?
A stronger of an ale drink because it's not fun if it's just a weak drink.
Yeah.
That is fair. Oh, that's
Don't know what
actually
health it was
not
on Milk
bad. That's a 21.
Alright.
Hey. 21.
Alright. So all 3 of you are good because I imagine because Alwin can't get drunk.
Mm-hmm.
He's the ref. Go ahead and go another round.
Hell yeah.
This is a bad idea waiting to happen.
This is the worst.
very
At least
bad idea.
Alwyn will be awake.
Mm.
That's a 17.
25.
Alright. Lucky and Mathew are still good, and Mylvada, you're of course good with that. Going around.
Thank God you guys can hold this.
You know, this is as much fun as I've had in a while.
Alright, with advantage.
I didn't mean to hit that button. I hit the wrong button.
13.
That's gonna come out to 17.
17 just makes it.
Oh,
Lucky.
cool.
Mathew just kind of. You're still going? He's not. Enough!
Yeah, no,
Yeah, what the hell?
I think you won, Milv.
I'm still good.
You're gonna pass out if you have any more. Like that. He kind of just points to Lucky.
I bet I can drink her under.
Persuasion.
From who?
Wait, from who?
From the one telling her not to booze.
Oh, from the Alwin. Okay.
The one telling her not to keep drinking.
Persuasion. That is not his sheet. He is not good with that because it's a flat roll. 14.
One more.
Alright. He drinks another one. Roll another Constitution save throw. The DC is higher.
Well, that was because advantage bullshit. Natural 20 and a 19, so 31.
You're both still good.
Oh.
Another. I'll beat you.
No, I don't think you should. You still have to walk back to the dorms later.
Yeah, fine.
If you're gonna pass out, at least pass out over there so that you can be taken to your room.
Call it a draw.
Fine. Another time.
Another time.
Yeah. Do you want me to have a hodgepodge help you get back? You can't really leave them alone.
Fine now. I gotta get buzz going. He's decent people for the moment. No offense.
I'm gonna go to my room. He starts walking the wrong way. Wait. No, that's the wrong direction.
Hold on. Do you want me to help you?
I'm fine. I just gotta get my bearings. He turns and keeps turning for a second. And then eventually he turns the right way and goes, and where we go? And he's gonna go in his room and pass the fuck out.
Oh, he was awake all of like an hour.
Good.
Before he passes out drunk.
If I was sober and paranoid, I would have done a thing on that, but no.
Alwin has really no reason to question because he's probably seen that before from many people.
Yep.
In this group in particular.
Yeah, it's fine.
Striker trying to carry Rinn back to her room without falling over.
The hot roger goes, would you like me to take Lucky to his room? Or wake him up? His fringe pops out of his finger.
I mean, I guess you could just take him to the room right there.
Very well. Lifts Lucky up. Goes in the room and sets him down on the bed.
Yeah.
So, put him back in this corner there.
He's just staying with Bill because he's not sure if she's gonna leave, and he's not gonna let her fall.
Do we need to hang out here in case they wake up?
I mean, that one can't be let out until somebody else is here. So even if Lucky wakes up, I don't think Lucky's waking up.
I think a hodgepodge like informs Leah.
Yeah.
He passed out drunk.
He joined a drinking contest and passed out.
Basically.
He really does not hold his liquor well at all. That poor man.
No.
Which is great.
He and Rinn have one thing in common.
Yep.
You know,
I mean, unless Milf passes out in here.
Hey, Clanky.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
If he needs us again, make the hearing happen. Something.
Of course.
Is she leaving?
Yep.
Yeah, as he walks by the hodgepodge. Probably better not to call her, because she may not last much longer.
I'm fine. I can handle it. I can handle it, Buzz.
Do not worry. We will do as what is needed.
Okay. Right. Okay.
We head out. Between with Alan, with Alan's help, you can get there pretty easily. I can make a roll.
Leaning on him. He's short enough, it's easy.
You know, I know your hair's been orange, but has it always been this orange?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Right.
Fine.
Let's get you back to your room. Come on. This just takes her back. He said they walks in with a very drunk MILF.
Just
Oh dear.
giggling at like the dumbest fucking things right now. It's great.
They may have had a drinking contest.
Hi.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Lucky and Mathew are both passed out, and she's not far behind.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Fine.
Seems this one's close to
I
passing
only
out.
stumbled several times on the way back here, but that means nothing.
Garthag reaches over and just kind of pushes her with a finger.
She's still leaning on him.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Mylvada.
Dexterity, you say?
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming it'd be
That is an
disadvantage if
18.
she. I was saying, I'm
Yeah.
assuming it'd be disadvantage if she wasn't leaning on Alwyn.
Yeah. 14. You kind of
18. I think
18,
it's,
sorry.
yeah. You kind of push, and you do stumble a little bit, but you're like
nice. Good. Through. No, you can't.
Huh.
Looks at Alwyn. Good job holding her up.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to mean something?
I am
Don't worry
not a
about it.
strong person.
Yeah.
if you want, I can help.
No, her room's right here. I'll just take her to her room real quick. And I'll be back.
Of course you will.
What?
Well, you said you'd be back, so of course you will.
Yeah.
He just kind of looks confused.
Okay.
Mm.
Takes her in her room.
So here's the thing.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
She's
Well,
done it
you
once before. I feel like a repeat is about to happen.
You know?
That's fine. I'm assuming you like kind of lay her down as normal.
Yeah.
Perfect. As you do that, she is going to attempt to basically pull you down into bed with her, and you will be snuggled.
Oh. Okay.
I guess he's not coming back now.
Yeah, he's going to attempt it, but he's not good in athletics or acro, so we'll find out.
So acro or athletics, your choice, and Mylvada, athletics at disadvantage.
Excellent. You have a chance.
No. Unless you roll real shit. No.
Well, you see, define real shit.
What did you get?
14?
6!
So,
Oh, okay.
Al and you are now snuggled.
And she is unconscious.
He's debating if he should tell Garthag to help him because he knows Garthag will probably tease the fuck out of him.
I mean, you know him so well. But would he?
See, does he let Garthag know? Nope. Okay, never mind. He just doesn't come back out for a while.
Oh my. That's gonna make it better.
I know. He doesn't think of that, though. He thought of the teasing thing. He didn't think about how it would look.
Mm-hmm.
Such a little bit of Kirkles. Guess he's not coming back.
Guess he just lays there and reads until he goes into sleep mode.
Everything's fine.
At most, he can take a nap. not a nap. He can't fucking sleep, man.
He does another slight trance.
I could roll to see if he just lays there reading or not, or if he goes into a trance until hoping she'll wake up in 4 hours.
It's fine.
I'm sure. Odds or evens?
Odds.
Odds. He will quote unquote take a nap with her. That is a 9. So he will take a nap.
No.
So, as the travel time from Mathew's area and back, and the drinking contest, and the fact that Mylvada didn't get up until before noon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab some coffee while you figure this out.
For a time. Kind of turns to you, Garthag, and goes, How long is he gonna be in there?
To be honest, I have no clue. I don't think he'd be the kind to do things this early. I could be wrong.
Right, they're a thing.
Yeah, they're a thing. I don't think it's that thing that's going on, though.
Probably not. He seems a little too nervous.
Yeah.
And she was a little too drunk. She probably just passed immediately out.
That's a big possibility, so he may be sitting there keeping an eye on her.
Or she passed out on top of him.
That's another good thought.
He's not a strong one.
No, he really isn't.
That's what I come back to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is Grick and Garthag talking like, he's been in there a while.
And he kind of thinks for a second, goes, oh, they're within range.
Oh.
Bye! And he just vanishes. Well,
Here we go.
Do.
you guys are all kind of... I mean, you guys would be all awake at this point, because it's usually
No.
you still sleep at night and some of that.
No.
Mhm.
We all sleep during the day now.
And everybody's
You
now
hear-
busy babysitting.
A loud pop!
Oh, jeez.
What the
What
hell?
the?
What the hell?
Traveling is still difficult at this distance.
Grandpa?
Hey, how are you?
Why are
when?
you here?
Yeah, that.
You kind of looks like out one of the windows. Well, there is an ocean. But that has nothing to do with why I'm here.
Yeah, we're still a day out. What the heck are you doing here? Is everything okay?
Yes, how's everything alright with you?
Questionably.
They could have just contacted us from this distance. What's wrong?
They thought it was better to have a personal approach.
That's never
That's
a
not
good start. Just imagine them saying that at the same time. It's great.
Yep.
And this is why I should have invested in a flask.
We have a guest on board.
Guess.
Yes.
Define guest.
Well, we kind of thinks for a second. How do I define guest?
You know what? Save it.
Willingly brought in.
Who's the who?
Oh, I heard the name surely. Mathew.
He immediately stands up. What?
Yes, apparently he's back
No.
and under lock and key at the moment. To be fair.
What? No. She's kind of looking at Xander like, that shouldn't be possible.
Yes, apparently, from what I've heard, apparently he found some sort of hole and then was pulled out.
Pulled out by who?
Lucky.
Son of a bitch.
Yes, Victoria is aware. Well, your whole family's aware. No, you're aware. Garthag's aware.
Huh?
Ronnie's aware. Alwin's aware.
Stryker is like, has his hand on Rinn's shoulder, like, please stay sitting.
She's trying to keep, like, from going to that rage place because there are children aboard, but she's having a hard time.
From what I can tell, he was put into the zone of truth, apparently, according to Veronica. Or Victoria.
Veronica, Victoria, Ronnie.
Same thing. I think at this point, it's good.
And he goes, well,
Okay.
He apparently passed.
Apparently?
Well, yes. According to Ronnie.
Oh, I'm very concerned. I
She
don't...
said he submitted to it, and, well, answered the questions truthfully.
He's manipulative.
Even I can't fucking argue a zone of truth, though. It's bothering me.
Yeah, it bothers me too, but there are ways around it.
From someone who had no access to anything.
Well, he was apparently in isolation for quite some time.
Yeah, there was a reason for that.
And apparently has magic running through him now.
What?
A lot of it. Not quite sure on that part. Apparently it's supposed to be a lethal dose, but it's not lethal.
And why did they keep him on the base?
I second that question.
Well, Lucky talked to all of us about second chances.
Of course he did.
She
Sits back
He's
down.
currently under lock and key. He's not allowed to be alone with anybody. Minimum of 2 people. And is under constant surveillance.
And they trust this?
I mean, he literally can't breathe without them knowing. Besides, you have a genie on your side. He makes, like,
Yeah.
magic. Well, I can get back there in a second. Not that hard.
Sure.
At least for me. You guys will take a little longer.
So where exactly is he being held at?
You're not allowed to know.
Why
Excuse me?
not?
You and you, points to Rinn, are not allowed to know.
And this is because?
Technically Sirris.
And Sirris, too, yes.
Yeah.
By proxy, a little bit on Striker. No offense, Striker.
Hmm.
More of, Precautionary measures.
So let me guess, this is invite only.
Yes.
Great.
Which means it is narrowed down to everyone that didn't have anything to do with what happened 6 years ago? Is that the time frame?
That's exactly what he wanted. Ross. Let me guess, this is all by Lucky's request.
My request and processed by Victoria.
Okay. I don't like this. This is too coincidental.
I mean, he didn't pop up until long after you were gone.
Yeah, that's my problem.
According to what Victoria said, he, in his own truth, one of the questions that was asked, because she would have had access to that footage,
Oh yeah.
was if he knew who the judge was, or all that. He looked confused as fuck, as you would all say.
Please be careful with language up around the kids.
Don't worry, they were centered around me.
Great.
Only you could hear that word.
Perfect.
Magic. Yes, all I heard was like the beep.
Expect us to just sit by and do nothing.
Oh, that's not happening.
No, not exactly.
Then
Seems
what do
like-
they expect us to do?
We're slowly going to watch him and make sure if he does anything, he's only getting a second chance.
Okay, how are we supposed to watch him if we're not allowed to know where he is?
You're not the ones watching him.
That's not good!
To be fair, would you let two biased people watch him? If you were you two?
Yes?
Honestly, what if the bias was not against him, but against him? And he points to Striker.
Rinn kind of shrinks a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like that's the persuasion check we were waiting for right there. To calm these two down.
Well, that's a 22.
Cool.
Let me check here.
Yeah, you know, that's a 15. He kind of just relaxes. He looks annoyed, but he relaxes a little bit.
That's a 25 on Rinn.
So Rinn is still agitated. Cool.
Uh-huh. She doesn't like it. She understands. She's hearing what he's saying. She doesn't like it.
Then again, she doesn't
And
like
she's not gonna stand
anything, to be fair.
No.
So I don't know how many people trust her judgment.
Would Erembor be able to read that she's so agitated?
Likely. She's not
Okay.
exactly... The
Well,
only thing that she is hiding
Striker's
right
probably helping you read that because he's
Yeah.
trying to calm her down himself.
now... Uh-huh.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
going to see it this way as well. You may not like it, but you'll have to get over it. Or you'll have to do with
That's-
Victoria.
Look. I can about guarantee it Victoria doesn't like it either.
Yeah, but she did make a decision, and we still have to unfortunately respect that.
And if I'm not mistaken, she also made a decision and is trusting glances at Striker.
Look.
It's not wrong, hun.
I understand where everybody is coming from. I don't like it. I don't like the timing of it. I don't like who it is. And I don't like the fact that he has had time to be alone with him.
Only about 2 days. Well, and he hasn't been alone, to be fair. Other than the original moment, from what I can tell.
In any case,
How long did he wait before he told someone?
that's my question.
Not
don't
too
we
long.
don't know. We don't know how long he was actually there. How long he's been watching.
He literally got pulled out of another planet existence. How could he be watching?
I don't know.
Well, to be fair, there is another being watching us from technically another plane.
Yes, but I don't think that's a prison dimension.
Probably not, no. That is correct.
And I don't think this... He doesn't strike me as the, godly powerful type.
In
Oh,
manipulation,
she
probably.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Power-wise,
passed
I
out
doubt it.
drunk apparently today.
Just start kind of
Excellent.
chuckles, like, huh.
I'm about to say Erembor would too, and he just... Excellent.
Yeah, between apparently Mylvada, with Alwin watching, and him and Lucky all had a drinking contest, and the Mylvada, yeah. She apparently
The
passed out
cons-
shortly after, because I think she might have passed out on top of Alwin.
Oh dear, that poor boy.
The
Oh, dear.
concern on Rinn's face just gets more intense because she's hearing who's all around him, and it's just not good.
Hey, at least they're having people watch.
And I'm pretty sure if anything happens, Victoria's not going to let it happen very long, and Mathew will be gone before we even get back. If something were to happen before we get back.
If they catch him.
The whole base is pretty much watching him.
He's already not trusted at the current Lady Fair, so...
At the moment, only most of us on this ship are not trusted to watch him. Everyone else is.
I doubt Garthag is.
No, I imagine Garthag's part of the original set up there.
Yeah, he's not currently allowed to be in there, but...
And unfortunately, if Garthag didn't go and just kick his ass immediately, then that kind of makes me wonder.
Apparently he was not made aware until it was a little, until during our meeting.
See, there was a conversation before a conversation. You said there was a zone of truth that happened
Yes, that
prior
was
to...
Ronnie, Lucky, of course Mathew, and Alwin.
As insightful as Ronnie and Alwin are, they don't know Mathew.
Oh, please explain to me how he would get past the zone of truth.
I don't know.
I mean, I can, but that's me. I don't think he's a genie.
No, he was very much human.
Is there anything else different about him than before?
Oh, like I said, the magic running through him and his eyes cracked.
Wait, magic running through... Pure magic.
Yes, the lethal dose.
How did this prison dimension work? Has anybody said that?
Actually, honestly, nobody knows.
I think the only one that may know is Victoria herself.
Great.
If that. She
I
may
don't
have just
think she
learned in a
does.
random dimension.
Because the only way to know is to go there. And apparently, no one's supposed to be able to come back. So, one person. we should really know.
Hmm.
Apparently, it hasn't aged a day, so there's that.
Okay,
Yes.
so time didn't pass.
No, that's...
His eyes are purple now.
Yeah, I hate that.
What concerns me more is the lethal dose of pure magic running through him.
And he's still alive.
Well, if he was trapped somewhere where he wasn't aging, I don't know.
Then his body, if he couldn't die from it there, his body adjusted to it.
Either adjusted to it or he might eventually just die here.
He seems to be healthy as well, from what we can tell. Other than the
Fine, healthy.
drinking. Physically.
Yeah, how's his
Mentally,
mental? Yeah.
about 6 years of isolation. I don't really necessarily blame him.
No.
Because that's fair.
No, that's one thing Ronnie is going to want to help try to fix. Is his mental state as well as his physical.
Hmm.
He apparently does, according to the Zone of Truth, regret what he's done. And that apparently it was more of the... He looks at Rinn, the other thing's more influence.
Striker's
She
ears
kinda-
kind of goes down.
Yeah, she kind of glances a little bit at Striker.
Apparently skewed his thoughts.
Yeah, it tends to do that.
According to what he said over in the Zone of Truth again, it turned what was supposed to be a harmless prank into a not-so-harmless one.
I am going to want to have a conversation with Lucky or Mathew if I can manage it, but I will definitely want to have a conversation with Lucky.
And you were just told you weren't allowed to see him. I don't think you're gonna get to talk to him very soon.
Look,
Not unless you
But-
can remain calm.
Yelling at Lucky may
That's
not
not
be
gonna
the
happen.
best idea.
I will attempt not to yell.
I'm sure that won't help your case.
You heard that right, attempt?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm worried. Is my sister alright?
We're unlucky you're hanging out again, so there's that.
Did something happen? Again, you said again.
Well, they stopped hanging out shortly after you had come back. Maybe a day or two after you had left.
And, say again when Mathew arrived?
It was, because she started acting like that the first day they left.
Yeah. The first day you left.
So, like,
And then
you
the
arrived.
day... So, 2 days after. He would have arrived literally the day as she was completely cutting him off, to be fair.
And the same day they started hanging out again.
Which is, yeah. That's all, yeah. That was the same day they started hanging out again. Ronnie had to go talk to her. Apparently she was having, from what I can tell, because I listened around, clouded judgment.
Cloud of judgment is in...
I think she was seeing, from what I can tell, it seems like she was seeing too much of past things.
Would I have any knowledge of said past things as...
Yeah, you would. There were a lot of not good
Mhm.
suitors.
Fair enough. I was gonna
Mm.
talk to her before we left, and just as I was about to get through to her, we got called and the kids were in trouble. This is why I'm saying this all is too well timed.
Well, if she was having second thoughts because of past, I don't necessarily think that's connected. They did kind of move a bit fast there.
Well, do you blame them?
Yeah, but then the afterthought and letting it settle in, knowing your sister.
Oh, they're going to be going slow, apparently. They're going to try to take it slow.
You listen to a lot, and that concerns me.
I have very good hearing.
I
You're
don't.
also looking for things to do, aren't you?
I don't like that we're.
I sit around on a door all day.
I don't like that we're right across the room he's staying in.
No.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Hmm.
Okay.
You know, I want to say he probably doesn't listen to that kind of stuff.
Which-
Looks like Rick.
Hmm.
But I don't want to say that because it might not be true.
I give privacy where privacy is needed.
When do you think privacy is needed?
Behind certain closed doors.
Xander
Okay.
kind of
You're safe.
glances over at Grail because he was also there, but was not excluded. I noticed. What's your opinion on this? You were there that day.
Skeptical, but I'm willing to stay my blade until it is needed.
Yeah, unfortunately. There's a lot of logic I can't argue, as much as I don't like the situation.
Same.
Although I
Great.
still would like to punch him in the face.
I think there's a line of that, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Greg,
Yes!
keep him away from my sister.
Oh, he's, not anywhere near her.
If he somehow gets near her, I want to be alerted so I can cut his head off.
I will keep that in mind.
Thank
To
you.
be fair,
So what are the
Erembor, I'm
rules?
pretty sure he only has eyes for one person.
But if he's as manipulative as everybody says, I'd like to keep him away from my sister.
Agreed. That is
I
super
doubt
fair.
he even
Just got her
knows.
back.
I doubt he even knows your sister exists. And probably keep it that way.
With
Yes.
everything that's going on here lately, with a bunch of people popping back up, I hope he doesn't know her.
Fair. Yeah. He acted very interesting. He did have a very, he's kind of off-putting when he gets certain reactions, doesn't he?
Hmm.
I think he might be a little crazy.
You don't say.
I
Huh.
don't want to talk about the crazy thing anymore.
Fair.
After dealing with Ace, I'm probably... whatever he does probably won't surprise me.
No, he had just had a weird look.
Yeah, they tend to do that when they
Yeah.
get excited.
And he got really excited when he heard about Leah. That's fine.
Cool.
What do you mean, really excited?
Because he wouldn't think to give this a shot. It's fine. Oh, Ronnie mentioned something about how Lucky and Leah were, you know.
That Rinn's gonna stand up and start pacing.
Honey,
It's
sit down.
fine.
No.
Mm.
You remember what he did to Sirris?
Yes, but I also, unfortunately, know how the corruption makes you think. And until proven otherwise, I'm gonna give some benefit of the doubt here.
Don't worry. Leah's technically, at least at the moment, not going to be seeing him.
I sure hope not.
Lucky prefers that she doesn't at the moment.
Oh good, he's still thinking clearly. That's nice to know.
It seems like he set all this up, so he's not... It's not like he's not taking the precautions, I'll give him that.
There's a lot of precautions being made, yeah.
I'm surprised he was willing to have someone be there with him.
Yeah, I think that was more... Victoria's one who would have... That was one who suggested that, to be fair.
How bad of a fight was that?
Not really that bad of a fight. I think he seemed more wanting just to make sure that he didn't get thrown into a cell.
Should be in a cell.
I think he's kind of in a cell, if you count being locked in a room. Look. He's not the Hodgepodges aren't the only one keeping an eye on him.
Good, because I don't trust the Hodgepodges to keep an eye on.
Honey, you don't trust anyone most of the time.
No, but I especially don't trust them. Not right now. Too many things have been blinking in and out, and I don't...
Do not worry, it'll be fine.
Yeah, well, too late for that.
I still technically have one wish spell left.
Hopefully we won't have to use it for this.
Hopefully. Besides, when he steps out of line, I can deal with him. I can be there before he can blink.
Fine. I'm not gonna like this. And I'm not about to just... He's got a lot more to prove than just the word of Ronnie right now.
Yes. Oh, and good news, Striker.
Mm-hmm.
I've been given permission to tell you, as long as Xander's alright with it, you've proven yourself.
His ears perk up. Xander just kind of gives a shrug.
And after all,
disapprove.
That last wish spell did save a lot. She'll still punch if you do something wrong, but that's really not much different.
Yeah, you know.
That's rather normal.
Rinn will sit back down now.
Sure, is even me, and I'm, well, me.
Tough woman.
So, any more questions?
I'm good.
He looks at Rinn.
She shakes her head. None that you can answer.
Looks at Sirris.
You're silent, but she shakes her head.
Then I'm gonna go back and make sure I can watch more. Last I checked, he was passed out drunk.
Yeah, I imagine Erembor and Striker just trying not to chuckle again. Like,
Yeah, they're just like, oh god.
It's
Oh,
nice to know that whatever happened to him didn't affect the drinking.
there is one more last thing before I go.
What?
Before the drinking contest, and I think you two might find this even more hilarious. He points to the two that were keep chuckling.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Mathew had a talk with Mylvada
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
involving kinks.
Oh.
Oh, oh no.
And wait, she passed out on top of Alwin?
Oh,
I'm gonna
no.
have to, yeah. Erembor, you wanna help me with this one when we get back?
Striker?
I don't know.
I need...
Oh lord. I don't know.
And I'm dragging you with me, young lady, so you don't go storming
My
off.
only problem is I don't have a problem with this. But
I
someone
don't
I
either.
currently share a common room with, May.
Does Ronnie know?
No, not yet.
Good. Don't tell her.
Oh, yes, don't tell her.
I won't,
Thank you.
unless she asks. Bye.
I was about to say I don't believe that, but he left already.
Look, as he poofs out. Fuck.
Yeah.
Pop.
Cool.
After about, like 20 minutes or so, Garthag, he just pops back into place.
Okay.
Oh, that went well. They're aware.
Who?
Rinn, Striker.
Oh dear.
Yes.
And they still have a day to process all of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Rinn has
boy.
a whole day to stew and worry.
Well, we're days out, which means we're not getting back till 3 in the afternoon the next day.
Yep.
There's one more night.
Garthag's doing the whole
Don't
like
worry.
hand coming out motion wise and going back to the face like
I have assured them that I'm also watching.
to be
Right now,
fair.
he's still past all drunk.
To be fair. Rinn is not assured by anything.
No, she's not.
I imagine Ethan and Claire, like, whatever they're doing, shake their head and agree. Like, no, she's not.
She does not like the hodgepodges. Good reason, because there have been some hiccups. But
Hiccups.
They're a lot different from the last I met them.
Yes.
I'm talking internally. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yes. They're fine
Yeah,
for now.
I have no problem with them.
Good.
Okay, I'm worried about Galmo learning about this. Learning about Mathew from the grapevine.
Speaking of which, we haven't seen him in a bit, and I'm worried about that.
We saw him when we dealt with Alvin's father, because he was like in his room or whatever.
Well, other than that, we haven't seen him at all.
Yeah, he kind of just goes where he wants, and
Yeah,
whoever he wants.
we've made jokes that Xander probably like just assumes that he's walking around and says hi to random people.
Fair.
Most certainly not supposed to talk to Ronnie about what Mathew talked to Mylvada
Why?
about. Apparently she wouldn't like what the topic was.
Okay, that's fair. That's very fair. I would not.
I won't, unless you ask.
Fair. But will you, though?
No, if she has, then yes.
Okay, fair. Now, about those two in there.
Oh god. He's
Still hasn't come back out yet.
quote unquote asleep. So
I could fix that.
I don't know if that'd be a safe idea.
Well, she'll still be in there. If I aim it right.
Say again?
I said if I aim it right.
You may wake her up if he gets removed.
No, I might wake her up if she gets removed, though.
Oh dear.
Want to find out?
Part of me says yes, but the other part says might be safer if we don't.
It'll be perfectly fine.
Right.
be nice to the Babus. They're just kind of sleeping.
Or kind of forced cuddles because poor Alwin.
I'll give her some. I'll
This
give him
is the
some
second
time.
time it's happened to him, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You think he'd learn?
You know, he didn't get as embarrassed this time around because he's like, this is just
That's
something
fair.
she
He's like,
does.
well, this is going to happen. I might as well just let it happen now. Yep.
Oh, speaking of things, because you're kind of trancing, right, Alwin?
Yeah.
And Mylvada, you're just passed the fuck out, right?
Yep.
No.
Well, if you make me wisdom saves.
Oh,
No!
good. Because it's not even night, and he will probably sleep again later. Good! I was worried about that being a thing. That is not the correct sheet.
18.
So for you,
That's a 19.
she said 18 Mylvada,
Mm-hmm.
and 19 for Alwin.
Mhm.
Alright, so Mylvada, that's a fail.
Oh no.
Mark 12.
Ay, gee, mama, that's a lot.
how you're doing it.
And that is a fail for Alwyn.
Cool.
Mark number 14.
Oh, that's a lot!
He's at 24. It's fine.
Oh, that's a lot.
He's not a quarter of the way to 100 yet. It's fine.
As more of that doubt, specifically targeted toward Mylvada this time.
That is just evil.
And Mylvada, your doubts are being put toward the group as a whole right now.
Mm.
How can they trust a fiend?
Mm.
Ouch. I hate this. This is awful.
Fine. Alwyn just has everyone, and then hers is the group.
Fine. Lucky's fine. So anyways, I think that is where we'll wrap up because it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
And
okay. Sadness. I'm sorry we started so late.
It's okay.
oh, you're fine.
I really wanted to start earlier because I really wanted to get through this when you have the group back.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Just gives everyone time to figure out how their characters are going to react when they arrive.
I don't like
I
that.
mean, I already know how Xander's gonna react, and Striker's just trying to hold Rinn back.
Aaron,
I can
and-
decide
yeah,
just exactly how she's stewing right now.
And to be fair, all of you already figured, hey, as long as he stays away from Erebor's sister, it's fine for now.
Hmm.
However,
Mm.
there's still 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Is Mathew even gonna wake up at all for the rest of the day? Because that was all Ronnie was gonna do, was go check in on him and whatnot.
Well,
According to Hodgepodge, he'd be asleep. And he's just not entirely allowed to join or to see him unless she's with Lucky.
yeah,
Fair
that
enough.
was the conditions, unfortunately.
Yeah. Then I had nothing else for the day. She was gonna do research and whatnot.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like we're about to make another roll because Alwyn would eventually sleep again because he has nothing better to do.
Yeah, actually,
you know.
we'll get those. That includes Ronnie.
Yep, okay.
Let's see what happens. I'm going to start with Ronnie's.
Yeah, that one's not as good as it was, but it's still decent because freaking wisdom. Yeah, that's a 22.
That's a fail. 10.
Oh, lovely. 10?
Mhm.
Oh, no. I don't like that.
Doubt toward that your brother. Why could he? How can he trust you?
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
10%.
Mylvada, what did you get?
Well, you see, that will be good old. Shit. 19.
You still fail, but only by 1.
Oh.
And
Haha.
Alwyn?
14.
Yeah, it's a fail
I feel like he's wrong.
by 16.
Oh.
Oh, gods.
Oh, save the baby.
How could Mylvada love a murderer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh no, this is awful. This is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's one thing to have people pop up when it's your own selves, like, actually starting to attack your own mind. That's just
Mm-hmm.
an unusual punishment right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny who those are. are only ones who've had certain contact.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we have
No.
no idea that there's a connection because they have no reason to
Nope.
say anything.
Yeah.
And because Leah didn't have contact with him to anybody knows.
Yeah, not that anybody is aware of.
He wasn't there yet.
Oh. He wasn't there yet. How could he possibly have contact with her?
Mm-hmm.
And she's fine right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie, talk to her.
Yep.
Well,
Oh, I have to go to bed.
Go to sleep.
well, when we come back tomorrow, or no, not tomorrow, Friday,
Mhm.
we'll come back very shortly before the river.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Cool.
I don't like that.
Yeet.
I'll put them where they will technically be on the map.
Yeah.
Ronnie's gonna go meet them.
But why?
Because
Lucky is
make
avoiding
sure
them by hiding in the other room.
But
Yeah.
why?
Ronnie would
Actually, he'd
probably have been
with-
hanging.
He probably would actually have went off to meet Leah for the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Fair.
Kind of spend morning there or afternoon with Mathew, kind of splitting up his time there.
Mhm.
That's fair.
Yeah. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Uh,
And then he would have actually went back to his room once he was able to get up. Because no.
Yeah, I highly doubt that she would have any kind of death grip on him.
yeah.
No.
So we'll have Friday,
Mhm.
and I have not given me enough time to make it worse.
Good.
Good. Good. We love
Or
that.
better. I've done that once,
Barely.
kinda.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.